trying to measure the unmeasurable, the illusion of striving and separation. The world obsessed with measurement. We measure everything: height, weight, money, intelligence, status, even spirituality. We turn life into a scoreboard, keeping track of how far we've come, how much we've done, and whether or not we're enough yet. But what happens when you try to measure something infinite? What happens when you attempt to contain something that was never meant to be contained? You can't fit the ocean in a teacup. You can't hold the sky in your hands. And yet, we constantly try to do just that when it comes to God, enlightenment, and truth. We think if we just do more, meditate harder, pray longer, seek better, we'll finally arrive at some higher place. But what if all this striving is actually keeping us from the very thing we seek? What if by measuring the unmeasurable, we create the illusion that we're not already there? The illusion of striving. Think about it. If God is infinite, how do you measure infinity? What ruler do you use? What scale is big enough? You can't. The moment you try, you shrink it. You're like a person standing on the beach with a spoon, thinking you can scoop up the entire ocean. Sure, you can hold water, but don't confuse the spoonful with the ocean itself. The ego thrives on measurement because measurement implies control. If something can be measured, it can be improved. If it can be improved, it means you're not there yet. And if you're not there yet, well, you better keep striving. But striving assumes distance. Striving assumes you lack something. Striving assumes separation, and separation is the greatest illusion of all. The trick of separation. Picture this. You're searching for your lost keys. You tear the house apart, looking under couches, inside drawers, retracing your steps in a panic, only to realize they've been in your hand the entire time. Or imagine a wave in the ocean, desperately trying to find water. It looks left, it looks right, it searches everywhere, never realizing it was water all along. This is how the mind operates. The moment you say, "I need to get closer to God," you assume you're far away. The moment you say, "I am not enlightened yet," you reinforce the idea that enlightenment is something other than you. But what if there is no separation? What if the great cosmic joke is that you've never been lost in the first place? The mind can't contain the infinite. Imagine if you suddenly knew, fully, completely, the true power of what you are. It would be like plugging a light bulb directly into the sun. Instant overload. This is why we only get glimpses. Those fleeting moments of clarity. Those experiences where, for just a second, the illusion drops and you feel it. Everything is already here. But the moment you try to hold on to it, try to define it, measure it, make it last, you lose it again. Because truth isn't something you grasp. It's something you surrender to. The great irony. You were never lost. So what's the takeaway? Stop trying so hard. Stop measuring, comparing, and striving. The more you chase the infinite, the more you convince yourself it's not already here. God is not some far-off goal. Enlightenment is not some future achievement. Peace is not something you have to earn. It's here, it's now, it's you. And the moment you stop searching for it, you just might realize it was never lost to begin with.